What's that crazy looking red sauce? It's al pastor style salsa. It's basically an adobo, but it works as a salsa and a marinade, and it's going to blow your mind with flavor. Welcome back, it's Mike C from HLM BBQ, and we picked up this hot sauce cookbook online and found this pastor salsa, but we couldn't find all the ingredients, so we had to make some adjustments. Start with destimming and deseeding, I don't know if those are words, 9 guajillo chilies. Guajillo chilies are mild, so you don't have to worry about too much heat. Al pastor isn't a specific adobo. It's a combination of the marinade and the way you cook the meat, but without getting too technical, it's just one of the best flavors on the planet. Next, grab some ancho chilies, which is basically the big raisin of the pepper family. And both of these peppers are really leathery, so what we have to do is toast them, and then we're going to cover them in water to soften them up. Once you've got all the seeds and stems removed, let's set these aside and grab an onion. We need about 1 cup's worth, so you can get 1 small onion or a medium onion and cut it in half. And don't worry about your knife skills here. Just cut off the top, cut off the butt, and get it into chunks because it's gonna go into a blender. Once you get this chopped up, chuck it into a bowl and smash 3 garlic cloves or more, depending on your heart's desire. Put that in a bowl, cut up 2 limes. You're probably only gonna need 1. Now let's cut up a pineapple. This is how I cut up a pineapple. I feel like it's constantly slipping and sliding like a lathered up bar of soap. So if you guys have a better way of cutting up pineapple, please let me know. I don't want to lose any digits here. Now I'm gonna make big chunks, and then I'm gonna cut little tiny chunks. This is actually really fun to get a fine dice on these. We're gonna use the fine diced pineapple for serving and the big chunks for the blender, and we might even eat a couple of the chunks of pineapple because it was a really good pineapple. Grab some cumin seeds, toss them in a pan over medium-high heat, and toast them. Then grab a mortar and pestle, add half a teaspoon of Mexican oregano, and then we used Razzle Dazzle, which is our flavor from the future, to make up for the other ingredients we couldn't find. Now, get those toasted cumin seeds, toss them in the mortar, and pestle them to a fine powder. In the same pan you did the cumin seeds in, toss in all of the dry peppers and toast them for 5 to 7 minutes, then cover them in water, just enough to cover them, and simmer them for another 7 minutes. They should be really soft. Now, in the blender, you're gonna add the onion, the pineapple, all the dried ingredients that you pulverized with the mortar and pestle, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar to balance, and then we're gonna do 1 lime to start. You might end up adding more. Now, take some tongs and put the peppers into the blender, and we're gonna pour in about half the liquid from that pepper mixture. Don't pour in all the liquid because that liquid can be a little bit bitter. If it's too bitter, add some fresh water. We're gonna add about 1 tablespoon of salt, but add whatever amount of salt makes your taste buds happy. Then blend this on high until it's smooth. If it's too chunky, add some water, and your whole house is gonna smell like a little village right now. It's not overpowering, it's just incredible. Let's find out what it's like. So you're supposed to let it set up for about 3 hours. The color is a deep red. It's an angry red. I don't think it's gonna be hot. We took out a lot of the seeds and of course remove the stems, but let's see what it's like. Wow. You see that color? It's amazing. Let's take a bite. My dad just got here. It's actually surprisingly thick. I thought it was gonna thin out from all the liquid that we used in it, but salsa is amazing. It's sweet, it's spicy. I think the lime juice in it maybe could bump that up a tiny bit to balance out the bitterness of the peppers and what's in the water, but other than that, this is really good. I could seriously drink this salsa. And now this could be served by itself, and we went a little crazy and ended up making an al pastor style pulled pork, and we're gonna drop that video next week, Saturday. Thank you for everyone that continues to show up and support us. If you haven't yet, please subscribe as it keeps the channel going and it doesn't cost you any money. Make sure you come back next week and check out the best pulled pork I've ever made in my life.